Aker Egyptian mythology. Aker was an ancient Egyptian personification of the horizon and an earth and underworld god, believed to guard the eastern, Bakhu, and western, Manu, horizons. Aker was first depicted as the torso of a recumbent lion with a widely opened mouth. Later, he was depicted as two recumbent lion torsos merged and still looking away from each other. From the Middle Kingdom onwards, Aker appears as a pair of twin lions, one named Dwaj, meaning yesterday, and the other Sefer, meaning tomorrow. Aker was thus often titled He Who's Looking Forward and Behind. When depicted as a lion pair, a hieroglyphic sign for horizon, two merged mountains, and a sun disk were put between the lions were sitting back on back. In later times, Aker can also appear as two merged torsos of recumbent sphinxes with human heads. Aker appears for the first time during the First Dynasty with the kings, pharaohs, Hor-Aha and Jur. An unfinished decorative palette from the tomb of Jur at Abydos shows Aker devouring three hearts. The location of Aker's main cult center is unknown, though. His mythological role was fully described for the first time in the famous pyramid texts of King Teti. Aker was first described as one of the earth gods guarding the gate to the yonder site. He protected the deceased king against the demonic snakes, Hemtet, Ikaru, and Jagu. By encircling the deceased king, Aker sealed the deceased away from the poisonous breath of the snake demons. Another earth deity who joined and promoted Aker's work was Geb. Thus, Aker was connected with Geb. In other spells and prayers, Aker is connected to Seth and even determined by the Set animal. This is interesting because Seth is described as a wind deity, not an earth deity. In the famous coffin texts of the Middle Kingdom period, Aker replaces the god Kurdi, becoming now the ferryman of Ra in his nocturnal bark. Aker protects the sun god during his nocturnal traveling through the underworld caverns. In the famous Book of the Dead, Aker also gives birth to the god Khepri, the young, rising sun in the shape of a scarab beetle, after Aker has carried Khepri's sarcophagus safely through the underworld caverns. In other underworld scenes, Aker carries the nocturnal bark of Ra. During his journey, in which Aker is asked to hide the body of the dead Osiris beneath his womb, Aker is protected by the god Geb. In several inscriptions, wall paintings, and reliefs, Aker was connected to the horizon of the north and the west, forming a mythological bridge between the two horizons with his body. Certain sarcophagus texts from the tombs of Ramses IV, Shtonzuyasang, and Padaya-Menepet describe how the sun god Ra travels through the underworld like Apophis going through the belly of Aker after Seth cut Apophis. In this case, Aker seems to be some representation of the underworld itself.